I am the Senate. No, it doesn't sound right. I am the Senate. No. I am the Senate. That's the one. That's good. That sounds cool. That's really good. Oh, shit. A bit late.
Right, ready then? Cool. Sorry, hang on a minute. My boss is ringing me. All right, boss.
Commander Duncan, the time has come. Execute episode 66.
Yeah. Literally just a bit. Shaun and JP are waiting. Okay, cool. Yeah, wicked. Yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, bye. Love you, bye. Sorry, lads.
Hey, howdy, hey. Welcome to the Gamers Watch podcast.
Sorry. a little quiver in your voice then.
Ned Flanders slipped out there, didn't it? I thought we were going to get through an intro about this. It's hard.
Oh, God, no, it's bad. What a better place to get your gaming fix for episode 66. I am Shaun, and as always, with me is Dunky Dunks, Duncanista. What else does he say? I can't remember what else. Duncan.
Great mate, TM. Hey, great mates, TM.
And the return again, strikes back again, JP.
And you're mute.
Yep.
No? Am I?
I can hear you now.
Am I on mute?
No, you're back now. We're quite fond of you, aren't we, JP? You keep asking to come back on.
Yeah, it's like a bad smell. So,
hey, I love it. I love a bad smell, me. Especially, shut up, Dan. Sorry, Shaun.
Sorry,
I've interrupted you. Is your voice all right?
he's got the missus underneath just pumping helium into him. That's not the air you need, love.
I've got a new setup helmet. I'm really hoping that this works.
So I can go higher if you want me to.
Oh, no.
Execute order 66.
Alright, what else we got?
What the hell?
Ah, you're through to the
There we
helpline.
go. Back to normal.
Oh, this is so good.
Just an hour of Shaun in his new girl.
I don't care about the script now. I just want to listen to you fucking about that for an hour.
I'll just switch it on at random points through the episode again.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a proper fiddle around with it yet, so.
Said the because of the
Feeling a lot. You got what my game in 60 is. There you go, got it.
Didn't even have to look.
We will never ever get through an intro.
Let me have a sip and then I can do it. If you enjoy this podcast, and even if you don't, then be sure to share it with someone who you think would like this, because we work very hard on it, please. So, okay, thank you. What's the rest? Follow us on Twitter, which is at GamersWatchCrew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/GamersWatch. Like the episode, leave a comment, and hit the notification bell to be reminded when we're about to premiere, which is every Monday at 7:30 p.m. BST, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and 11:30 a.m. Pacific. and do a Dave and buy the bloody merch. There we go.
Yeah, big up Dave, you big ledge. And apparently, the Indie Choice mug does indeed make your tea taste better. Both Dave and Zoe have confirmed that. So, if you want stuff to taste good, drink out your Dunks cup. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Pardon me. Very sorry. Oh, fuck it, hang on. Sorry. It's fucking ringing me again. Oh, you up? All right, boss?
Just chasing up on the execution of...
I'm literally recording now. Would you...
There's no need to be so rude.
Okay, let me go on with it. Okay, cheers, bye. Sorry, fucking keeps ringing me. Sorry.
Just can't get out of work, can you, sometimes?
Okay. Sorry about that.
Boss sounds like a right cunt.
You work for an energy company?
Speaking about that, Harry's taking some time away.
I don't know.
In all seriousness, I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, Harry's. To be fair to him, as much as we love to take the piss out of Harry, he's had quite a tough year and a bit, kind of mentally. So he's having a little bit of time off from the pod. So please do send your well wishes to @HarryGoLucky on Twitter. I'm sure I'd appreciate it. But what also this means is that you'll see more of him than ever on Twitter, because last time he was away, couldn't fucking get rid of him. So hope you're fine, Harry. JP, you all right, mate? You're back again.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have out to do, so I turned up.
Thanks then. Thanks for taking the time out of your fucking day. You've had a good bit. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but you've had a good bit of personal news. Proud of you, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I'll start a new job in a few weeks, so it's good. I'll talk more about it once I start it, because of my old job and stuff. But yeah,
don't upset him.
It's good. So yeah, thank you very much.
So today
I got a very nice card as well. That had a dolphin on it and some
You're
bollocks
welcome, mate.
So.
You're welcome. I printed off loads of cards a couple of last year and I never got around to selling them. So I sent JP one. I sent JP. I'll show it. I'll show it you.
Here's one he made earlier.
Yeah.
Quality radio content. So hang on. I'll send that one to Zoe. Send him this one. The porpoise of positive affirmation. It's just a porpoise that says, you're the fucking bollocks. Because JP...
So what's the difference between a dolphin and a porpoise?
Who knows? Just it sounded better when I was doing the product descriptions.
Okay, it sounded better than the dolphin of delightfulness.
Yeah, it sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I was really lucky. Jesus Christ.
What's a bomb?
Sorry, everyone.
Have you got
just destroyed everyone's fucking eardrums? Yeah, calm down.
Sorry.
Right. So I thought it would just be worthwhile, a little bit of a refresher on what we do here at Gamers Watch. So I mean, over here you won't find any bullshit, any silly fucking drama where someone's blocked me or whatever. We just want to talk about lovely games. If you want new news, you've got Dutch's midweek mix up on a Wednesday. Check it out, and they do another one on the weekend. So I forget the date. Saturday, I think it is. Sorry, but here we go. So we just authentic great mates having a lovely little chat and a laugh about video games. In that right, Shaun? Shawnee boy, Shawnee Easter.
Positively correct.
And one day we'd like this to be a living, so we can do this properly and make just some very funny content, because I like to think we're quite funny, really. But in all seriousness, though, yeah, being proper serious, right? It must be very boring, right? At this point, I have lots of issues with Twitter, but most recently, it's been really fucking boring with people. It was obviously Starfield got delayed. What a bloody surprise. I can't believe a game that no one had seen any footage of has been delayed. But the amount of people that are like, nah, it's not good enough. Xbox, it's embarrassing. It's not good enough. Just a little message. Just understand how privileged that we all are. That the biggest problem is the fact that a game has been delayed on our very expensive consoles, and that's it. There's more important things. Not being all holier than thou. There are bigger things going on in the world than a video game being delayed. Saying things are unacceptable or it's not good enough. Phil Spencer needs to get sacked. Get a fucking grip.
Yep.
End of. Game 60 seconds. So bad at these segues. Who wants to go first?
Go on then. I'll go first.
Go on then.
All right, so...
Jamie, does your camera follow you around?
Yeah.
Did you not see when I can't remember, he reacted to something, like leant back and it proper zoomed up?
Well, that's well cool.
It's like, can you see up my nose? Okay, so there's an act. There's like, I'm going to be talking with my hands as well, but there'll be text for it. So
a performance piece.
It's not a performance piece. I just talk with my hands normally, and I try to be reserved on previous podcast appearances. I think I've been very well refined and not made any jokes or anything. Elden Ring Light. So, anyway, it's.
That was amazing. Sorry.
Oh, it's better than boom.
Very sorry about the cardboard hitting the shelf, but
it's not like a gong. It's like you were doing a sale at Best Buy in America.
I'm actually doing that between segments. It's like dong. Evil Dead.
Next one. Right. Anyway, so I don't know what I was going to do with my hand. So I think anyway. So my game in 6 seconds is stay on target. Oh fuck. So say it again.
I don't know.
So stay on target. Oh fuck.
Okay.
I don't know why I said it with my hands. There wasn't anything. It's just like.
I think I might know. I don't want to spend too long us sitting here in silence thinking about it. So I'll move Shaun to mine.
Get Shaun to do his music.
Huh?
Get Shaun to do his music. With his
countdown music.
With his new toy.
Oh,
I'm pointing at the screen, but you can't see because my arm's down here.
I know my voice is.
Yes, great. I absolutely love it. How are you going to read yours out, Shaun? Is it going to be... Are you going to do it in some kind of synth voice or regular
I can
Shaun?
if you want, but it's
obviously
bad enough as it is.
Obviously, you need to do it.
Anyway.
Okay.
So my clue is this dance is a bit mucky. This dance is a bit mucky. Have a little think. Shaun, you probably know it's very easy. You probably already got it.
I've got it.
Yeah. Tune in to the end of the show to find out. Shaun, what's your clue?
I'm gonna pick a. What should we go for? Let's go for Dream, shall we? And also, I'm going to apologise in advance for this game in 60 because it's worse than Arkham Knight. Here we go.
I swear by this company's seasickness tablets when I go on holiday. They're the best.
I couldn't hear a fucking thing.
That's what it was.
I swear by this company's seasickness tablets when I go on holiday. They're the best.
I swear by this company's something.
Seabiscuit tablets. What's a Seabiscuit tablet?
Okay, I'll read it
Name of
anyway.
the episode.
I swear by this company's seasickness tablets when I go on holiday. They're the best. It's so shit. It's such a reach.
Is it as bad as Arkham Knight?
It's worse. Like, I actually think this one's shit. Arkham Knight's genius.
My watch was pretty good as well. So
that was Gaming 60. Tune in till the end of the episode to find out what the answers are. Just trying to beat more. JP, mate. All right, mate. your ledge, you got a code from the influencer manager of the Evil Dead game, and he streamed it last night. How is it, lad?
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about it, mate.
Few technical issues, but we'll ignore those bits. But that wasn't the game. That was on my side. So, but yeah, so I have to say that the game, as you said, it was gifted, but it was gifted. So to be very clear, I think it's one of the first times I've added a gifted code. So I did say to him that I was going to be on a podcast and what do I need to say? And he's like, just make sure you tell them that it's gifted. So it's gifted. All right.
We could be gifted.
Gifted.
Around the shadows.
Gifted.
The game
We
was
could be gifted. Dead.
Yeah.
Evil Dead, yeah. Yeah.
Gifted Dead the game.
When it was gifted. JP got this new game gifted. Whatever. How was it, mate?
I can't even go away because it follows me. Let's get out. Yeah, so
Stop me in my tracks.
Yeah, so as Shaun said earlier, and as a lot of people may think, they may think it's like games like Dead by Daylight, and it's not. Even though it's 4-on-1 asymmetric, the way that the whole experience works, so either as a demon or as a survivor, it's fetch quest. So you'll start in a place, you go through, you pick up some bits of the map. There's no objectives on the way. It's not like, secure this, I don't know, bell tower or whatever and get a power up. It's literally just get from A to B to C to D to E to F, get the map, get the dagger, do the Necronomicon, defeat the big boss at the end, and that's it. But it's fun. So I had a couple of games as both Demon and Survivor, and they both play incredibly differently. So Demon, you can literally do nothing for the first 25 minutes because it's a 30-minute timer. You can just pool all your resources so you can be leveling up and frightening people, so interacting, but without actually engaging properly. Get your scare levels up, which is what you do each game, and that allows you to invest points in things such as possession, traps, I was about to call it Evil Vision. I can't remember what it's called. We'll call it Evil Vision. That's what it's called now. So Evil Vision, which then preps you for the end game. So more points you've got in boss. For example, the boss will be more difficult, or your elites will be more difficult. And that's the bit that I enjoyed the most because there's a lot of tactics to it. I didn't win either of my games as a demon, but I had fun losing because there's so much to learn. Survivors, arguably, I think it's the one that will get the most boring, which ultimately will diminish the lifetime of the game because apart from picking up weapons and killing deadites, I think they're called, there isn't a massive amount to do from A to B to C to D to E to F. It's just getting to the end and then fighting the boss and hoping you survive long enough that the demon doesn't destroy the page of the book. And on the surface, that's the game. However, there is the chance that there'll be more to it because they've got things called missions, which are videotapes. So it's literally there's a mission from the different films, and you go through and you have to replay events. They're not like exactly the same, but it's inspired by the films and other mediums. And that's the bit that I had a game after we came off soon last night, and that's the bit I had the most fun in because it's single player. There's no, it's boring going from A to B, etc. It's just you've got a task to do and it's fun. And I think that's the bit that may keep people, if they build that out, will keep people playing it until they can take the community feedback on board and make it a game that somebody wants to spend half a day playing. So Dead by Daylight, as I was saying to you both earlier, I'm only 100 and something hours in, which sounds a lot, but it's not. There's so much to do and learn in that game. But it's the principles are always the same. Start the game, get the generator, get out. That is it. But it's all confined. Whereas the Evil Dead map, it's massive, but there's not a lot in between. You can get in a car, which you can possess as a demon, but if you're humans, you just get in a car and you drive, find the next page, etc. So, yeah, but it's fun when you're doing it, especially as a demon. So, feel like I'm selling it a bit short, but it's definitely something worth experiencing. And I imagine in a group of 4, you'll have a lot of fun because you'll be able to, because there's different class archetypes. So you can have like a leader who will inspire, so your fear meter doesn't go up as quick. Because if you're feared, or if you're scared, you could be possessed. So you've got healers, and then you've got I can't remember what they call them a warrior. So you've got like a warrior who's they can take more damage and deal more melee damage and things like that. So playing it as a solo person wasn't the greatest.
So why would someone want to play this over Dead by Daylight?
So I was interested in it because I like Dead by Daylight, but I wanted something different. So that's why I reached out about it, because I thought everything I'd seen, it looked like Dead by Daylight. I won't say clone, because it's not. It's more akin to like Friday the 13th. Don't know if Friday the 13th. I think the game was, and I wanted to play something simple, like familiar but different. And I've ended up getting something that's completely different and in no way familiar. And that might be what attracts people to it, because it's a total package. You unlock characters through playing the game. There are going to be more DLC packs and stuff available, but you unlock the characters playing the game. There's no, we'll drop 20 quid on it, and then you've got to then buy other characters through cash. You can buy some characters through in-game currency in Dead by Daylight, but it's a lot of the older characters. So a lot of the newer ones are premium, so you've got to pay for them, which is fine. So that's their business model, and it works. But if you want something fresh, something more action-orientated, you've got guns. Everybody's got an attack. Everybody's got a special ability. Flashlights, which are a bit of a comedy thing in Dead by Daylight. Like, I'm useless at using them. They've got a different purpose, so they highlight things in the area. So if you go into a shack, look around, use a flashlight, and things that maybe you've not seen, it'll ping them, so you know they're there. I want to say it can reveal things that you can't see without using the flashlight, but that's just how it feels. I don't know if exactly that's what it does, but that's how it feels. But it looks great. It's first. It's officially licensed and everything, so it's got a lot of voice acting in it from Bruce Campbell. Whether it's originally recorded or not, I can't tell, because there's some bits that when he talks, it sounds like it's literally they've taken it from the 80s and 90s and just imported the sound file over. But there's original content there. It looks great. It performs great. The tech issue I said yesterday was on my side, but the game itself ran fine. And I think if they listen to the community feedback at the moment, which is give us more stuff. I asked a question yesterday on Twitter about is there going to be more game modes, because there's two maps, and I believe this game mode is the same on both maps, so it's just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. Where they could do a Dead by Daylight type mode, which is I won't do fixing generators, but they've got a mechanic around fire and campfires and stuff, which reduces your fear levels. So it could be something to do with that. See how long you can last, even if it's not a guaranteed to win scenario. You will lose, but how long can you survive for? So there's a lot they could do with it.
Is it based on? It's like a TV series, isn't there? I'm well out of my references there. I'm not sure if it is.
So there is a TV series, and then you've got obviously various films and whatnot as well.
Yeah.
So Ash versus the Evil Dead. Then you've got the other films, but I don't know if this is like a spin-off of one of them directly, or if it's just they've taken all the material and put it into a game. So
yeah, because I saw there was one guy in like a ye olde medieval armor. And I thought that looks like Army of Darkness. Because Evil Dead 2 is one of my favourite films. I got a really big kick out of when you were playing it last night. I think when you were is it a Kandorian demon? Have I got that right?
Yeah. So
when you were kind of travelling fast,
played as Possessor.
I thought it was, and it looks like back in Evil Dead 2. When the demon or whatever was hurling through the woods, it was like a first person camera, like really low down, going really quickly, and it looks like really similar to that. It looked amazing from what I could tell. It looks pretty spot on.
It looks great. I've been playing the PC version, so I've got a friend who's hoping to get a PlayStation, get it on PlayStation, and then Connor has got it on Xbox, so which is going to work out really well because it's got crossplay, which unfortunately wasn't working the whole of yesterday. But prior to that issue, it had not had many launch problems. But it's got crossplay on it, and it looks on the next gen systems or current gen systems, I guess. It looks comparable to PC. So and on PC it supports It's had its own graphics card update, so it's got DLSS support. So I was running it at like max everything, but with DLSS on, so it would keep up with what I needed, which is great because I don't play many games with DLSS on. I just scaled them down so I'm comfortable, but I wanted to give this a good go because I'd heard good things about it, like resolution wise and stuff. So
wicked.
Probably.
So I'm on the fence. Would you recommend I take the plunge?
I would. For one big thing over everything else, like that, it's good to play. Be good with friends. It's I've heard it called not a full price game, but it's not a typical £60-70 game. It's like £31.99, £32.99, something like that. Yeah, so depending on what platform you get it on, but even at £35. So I don't know how else you coin it, because yes, it's not a full price game, but it is a full price game because that's what they're charging for it. That's its full price. So I guess we need to come up with a new term for it as a community. But at £35, it's worth the punt, 100%. So because even just for the single player stuff, there's enough content in there to keep playing, unlocking stuff. Because when you play as somebody, you level up. And then like outside of the game as well, which you can then spend points on, which then helps you play in-game better. So there's a lot of progression. So if you focus on one character, so I'm going to focus on Cheryl, I think. Yeah, Cheryl, I think her name is, because I like playing support characters. So it allows me to level her up. So she's got like a circle of healing ability. So you press B, she just drops a well of healing, circle of healing or whatnot on the floor. You stand in it and it heals you. So
I thought you were going to say something completely different then.
drops her pants and everybody's happy. So
I thought it looked a little bit like it's a game called Strange Brigade, which was just like
I love that game.
It was wicked. It was on Game Pass a while ago, but it was like a 4-person co-op shooter, but it was against kind of monsters, and I think it was almost set like an old timey adventure movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, old safari expedition sort of thing with like Egyptian ruins and tombs.
So it'd be cool if they expanded on it a bit, because that's the only thing I thought when you were playing it. I was like, I don't know how much I would play this, even though it looks like something I could have a lot of fun with, longevity wise, which you really touched on. I'm not sure how long it would last, but then I'll play games for a week and I'm done with them. So really have that issue. So wicked. Thanks, mate. Glad you enjoyed it. Do you want to quickly plug your Twitch in your stream while you got the audience's attention?
There you go. That's me twitching. Sorry, that's going to look really bad on camera. I was twitching. I wasn't doing anything else. I've got a plug socket here. You're right. Please, if you share that, add context to it, because it's going to look really bad otherwise.
No, I had a bit of petting went down the wrong way earlier on, so I had a bit of a cough, and it's kind of making me wheeze a little bit.
Jeez.
Just squashed down with some Thatchers.
I've gone red. I need to turn me lights to cool now, because I've just gone like so yeah, you can find me on Twitch at /Gabbing About. So GABBINGABOUT. I will be consistent on there once I start my new job, because that'll be one of the pros of it. So more work-life balance will be better. So
lovely.
So it'd be nice. So yeah, I'm on there like once a week, once every 2 weeks at the moment, but it'll be definitely weekly from probably middle of June once I'm settled in. So
and it's the only Twitch stream I watch, so highly recommended from me. Check it out.
Mr. Shaq Smith.
So from I need to change that really. I might just go dunks and everything. So from Evil Dead to Evil Dad. So a while ago, we argued about who is the best dad in gaming. So lads, who's the worst? Shaun.
I have gone for a character who is an absolute cunt. I've gone.
I don't know why I find this funny.
Epitome of evil. I've gone for Tom Nook, and the reason I've gone for Tom Nook is because he forces his kids to work for him, He's taught them terrible manners and terrible business manners as well, because they're shit at their little shop. Not only that, but he's also dragged them away from all their friends, their school, and just taken them to an island completely shut off from society so they can work for him. And he probably doesn't pay them. And in fact, he probably beats them, because I don't think that's fur patterns around their eyes. That's probably bruises. So, Tom Nook.
Heard it here first.
What
Leave me twitching
prick.
in. It's no like that.
Bad
Can you do an
dad.
impression of Tom Nook?
Who?
Have you got a synthesizer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got a synthesizer. But,
I was trying to remember. I was like, what does he sound like? Like every other character. Where's it gone?
That's amazing. I can't believe you just did that about Dunk's mum. What? You've got to subtitle that. That'd be brilliant.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
through the week.
to be fair.
Through the week, I'm gonna have a play around with it and see if I can find one that sounds like banjo.
Bird.
Why was he so sweaty? JP, have you got a bad dad?
Bad dad.
Games. I don't know about you.
Games, yeah. So we've got one it's depending if you're a fan of the franchise or not. You may be like bad dad or not. So I'm going to go with Big Boss, basically. So Big Boss from Metal Gear. So technically a dad, and tried to kill his son back in the 80s. So I think that's pretty bad. Not you?
That's a bad dad. But also, he's quite cool. So it could be bad, as in cool.
We
by
were
the
double
kids
D.
say.
Yeah,
Badass.
double D.
Bad.
Bad
Killing
dad.
sons is badass.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah,
he's
we're going to do.
depending on how you take the ending of Metal Gear 5, he's a bad dad or he's a misunderstood dad. So we'll see.
Isn't that what all bad dads are? Ultimately misunderstood. Shut
We're all
up.
misunderstood.
Well,
It's a little bit deep, Dunks. That.
as I was saying it, I was like, Fritzl. So, no. Not misunderstood. What is he, Shaun? Get a noise.
What's going to be a good one? I'm going to do. There's one called Demon. I'm going to try it. If you've got a Fritzl,
You've got adults.
did it
My
sound
first ever
demon-like?
microphone sounded like.
Very, very demon-like.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
I can't wait to actually
shuddered.
hear what I'm sounding like.
Oh, can you not hear it at all?
No.
Oh, can you
We could have got
Also,
along.
that's why I'm hoping it's actually changing the sounds, and you're not just sort of like playing along.
it is.
It's
It
definitely
just
is.
me making weird noises. And you're like, oh, yeah, definitely working.
Oh yeah, wicked, Shaun. Yeah, great new
refund.
toy you got there. Oh. My bad dad. He was that bad dad. Back when we did the OG segment, Harry argued why Octodad was a great dad, and I'll argue that Octodad is the worst dad. He's a fucking. I said this during the thing. He's a fucking liar. He pretends to his family he's a real man when he's an octopus in a suit, but he lies to his family. He goes around, he smashes up supermarkets because he's a big clumsy cunt. Octodad, that's it. I haven't got much more to say on it. Who's the worst dad out of all of these guys? Let's make a choice now.
Ooh.
Or we'll put it on Twitter. Should we ask on Twitter who the worst dad is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
do
Boss,
that.
Octodad, or Tom
Do a
Nook.
poll on the Premiere as well.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Well, very early.
Shaun, mate.
Yes.
Game Pass or Play, remembered it. When you're not being the funniest man on the planet who owns a green screen, because your Jet Hawkins video, I have every single time it gets funnier and funnier. I cannot stop laughing at it. Please, can you just put it on the screen now? Because this is so funny.
Reporting. Red 10 standing by.
Red 7 standing by.
Red 3 standing by.
Red 6 standing by.
Red 9 standing by.
Red 2 standing by.
Red 11 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
But also, mate, it's all going to space. You're playing Guardians of the Galaxy on Game Pass.
I am.
How is it, lad?
It's well, I've only been able to play a couple hours, so it's not going to be a long talk, but it's actually really fun. I don't really care that much about Marvel sort of things, which is why it's taken me so long to actually play it. But I would say to anyone that isn't a Marvel fan, definitely still play it because it's just straight up fun. The main reason I would say to play it, even if you're not a Marvel fan, and I think it's the thing that puts me off Marvel, is the humor in this game is done better than Marvel or Disney do the humor themselves in the films. So, like, for example, there's a bit early on where you go to this, like, I can't remember what she's called, but it's this big, like, warrior woman to basically try and con her. And you're talking to her and negotiating, and I think it's Drax is the, like, muscly guy, right?
Yeah.
He leans over to Quill and he's like, I think she's flirting with me. And it's like a little funny sort of giggle moment. And then the conversation carries on in the game. If that was an actual Marvel Disney film, the conversation wouldn't have carried on. It would like have ground to a complete halt, and they would have done the whole, oh, I'll just ask, are you flirting with me? Because it feels like you're flirting with me. And like it'll drag out for like 2 minutes. Basically, they would do like the your mama joke in the start of Star Wars, which I also hate. Anyway, back to the game. As well as the humor, the combat is so fluid, like, and it's not real unless it gets harder in the end. Like later on, not really challenging. It's just pure fun. To like, you literally have a little arena for each encounter, and you just sprint about, slide on your knees everywhere, shooting the shit out of these weird aliens. And then each Guardian, because you only play as Quill, each Guardian has different abilities that you use the left bumper for, and then one of the face buttons to select which Guardian, and then another face button again to select which of their abilities once you've unlocked them. And it's just so quick and easy to do it, and the combat just constantly ebbs and flows throughout it. Like, I can't describe it. It is one of the most fluid and fun combat systems I've played in a long time. Kind of, if I had to compare it, a bit like Final Fantasy's gone with their like real-time things where it's sort of like quick and just different abilities and that, but just really good over-the-top fun. It's also a linear game, which I really think's helped because it never gets bogged down in too much like exploration or no like action. It is always quite quick. Any side paths for elements to unlock abilities are literally like 30 seconds max, and then you're back on the main path straight into like more action. So the few hours I've managed to play of it so far, I've thoroughly enjoyed and would highly recommend anyone playing it. And also, to call back to last year when you were talking about Duncan, the accessibility options are amazing. You can tweak everything. Like literally, I think it's so many, like you can tweak the rate of speed that certain gauges go up, or like how slow, how much time slows down when you're holding to choose an ability as well. Incredible. So many options.
I mean, I bought it when it came out. And it looks amazing as well. As you'll get further along, like some of the locations are like properly like mind blowing. Just how people can come up with that kind of stuff. I loved it. I thought the story was brilliant. I'm kind of I like the MCU stuff. I find it probably maybe they borrow a bit too much from the MCU Guardians of the Galaxy. Like Drax is very much the MCU Drax rather than the comic book Drax. But I thought it was a fucking brilliant game. Tip top. So is that gameplay in it for you, Shaun?
Definitely. 100% gameplay. Like I said, even people, well, obviously not everyone, but I imagine a fair few people who aren't really Marvel fans like myself will thoroughly enjoy this game. It is a mix of like Mass Effect with some sci-fi Uncharted and just all hell breaking loose in combat. It's great fun. Pure.
I really don't think it matters if you don't like Marvel. It's just it's a very good like space adventure game.
I mean, like, it hasn't got that trademark Marvel sort of comedy where it's almost fourth wall breaking every 2 minutes, where everything feels like it comes to a halt sort of thing. It is like quick one-liners and the action carries on sort of thing.
It's funny if you compare it to the Avengers game. So when you were saying about like the conversation that kind of just happened in the background, that's I think it's one of the strongest parts of the game. It all just feels so organic. Like none from a cat wants me go away. It's all just like really organic. Nothing feels forced, and it's really subtle, kind of how the characters like bond like over time, and even things like in the early game, if you want Groot to put down like a tree bridge or whatever, over time, like he trusts you, and then he'll just do it automatically. Just really lovely little touches like that. It's great, and I really really love the what's it called, like the pep talk bit. Where your team are kind of really the huddle, that's it. And then you start off like, I don't know, I can't remember any of the fucking music now. It's got, what's his name in it?
My favourite song so far is Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Can't remember what the song's called. Kickstart My Heart.
That's it. But also what's really good with that is that you can, if you're streaming it, you can have just generic music so you don't get buggered up by DMCAs and copyright strikes and all that. So yeah,
which is nice.
Quality. Right, making good time today. So I've been playing another bloody Game Pass game. Bloody hell. I don't know how you pronounce it. Pardon me. It's EIYUDEN Chronicle Rising. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. I'm not going to do the impression where it sounds like Ryu. So it's... I probably shouldn't. After you Twitch debacle earlier, you're wrong.
That's what I figured it looks like.
So I think it's like a prequel, or like a precursor to another, like EIYUDEN Chronicle 100 someone or other. I can't remember the name of it. But basically, it's just like a side scrolling 2D RPG. Is JP frozen for you, Sean? Is he still there?
You've frozen on mine.
I'll probably recording fine. Are you back now? So it's like a side-scrolling 2D adventure game, and it's great. Like I'm really surprised how much I'm enjoying it, especially after last year when I wasn't interested in Flynn. There's your mention. Ended up loving it. Turns out I really like 2D platformer side-scrolling games, guys. So it's structured a lot like an MMO, where you'll kind of get a quest, go and get 10 pig's ears, or go and get 10 bits of ore, etc., and then bring it back. I haven't found a lot really to dislike about it. The story is what, Sean?
Sorry, JP has now frozen me.
He's probably frozen.
But
can I? Oh, damn it! I should have screamed
it
at
froze at. It looked like he was really fed up with you talking about this game.
I'm enough, mate.
Oh, I'm keeping you up, mate. Oh my god!
If you want to play demo.
Oh. So the story, I really don't know, because I skipped through all of the dialogue, because it's not like Final Fantasy. You'll have a few lines of dialogue and then you're on your way. You'll be there for 5 minutes just reading text box after text box. From what I can gather, you are some sort of hunter or scavenger or something, and then you collect badges for doing deeds for people in this town. But they'll be like, right, can you naff off and go to the woods or something and get me 10 branches? You go get the branches, and then they build a pub out of it. And it seems to be you're just building this pub up.
A micro pub. Sorry.
I think just a regular pub. We're not in Brixton.
10 steaks. It's not a big pub, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Or a spa. But it's kind of a bit like an MMO in the sense that you buff yourself up before you go out on your travels. So you'll go to the spa and you'll kind of get to like 10% crit chance for having a bath. Nice. And then you get I think you get 3 characters overall. I've only got 2 so far, but the combat's really cool. So rather than you having to kind of switch them out, anyone depending on the button you press. So you might start a combo with the main character CJ, who's got these little axes, and she'll start swiping away. Then you'll hit Y, and then your big guy with the big sword comes in, smacks them up a bit, start hitting X again. Then the other one will come back in and start doing it. So you can do like these really cool combos, like really simply, because the fighting on their own does feel a bit slow. But when you start to kind of get more characters in it, it does feel much more fluid and really fun. My only kind of real issues with it is that there's a lot of backtracking, and when I said about it being an MMO, there's a lot of that kind of typical MMO fluff of, like I said earlier, go and get 5 things, go and get 6 things. Like there's an area at the beginning, like the Great Forest, and I must have done about 7 missions there. And I was like, right, can you go back and give me some more branches for this thing? And I'm like, there's literally nowhere else I could go. And it reminded me a lot of Dragon Age 2, where you go to like 3 locations for 90 hours. It feels a bit like that. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm definitely going to play more of it. It feels very cozy and familiar, if that makes any sense at all. Like I feel like I've played it before. It's such a weird game. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy 14 on PlayStation 4 recently, and it's definitely got that Final Fantasy feel to it. Maybe falling asleep now. Looks like.
Sorry. I'm muting myself so you can't hear me yawn. It's not you. It's not really bad. I won't go over here.
It's great fun.
I can't hide.
But it's definitely a game pass for me. I think the reviews have been mixed on it. I think it just depends what you want out of a game, I suppose. Don't read the Xbox Store reviews, which is what I've done. I think it's a very small download. I don't know if it's under the 1 gig. So
it's under 4 gig. I think when I looked at it the other day. Yeah.
I think you probably cloud stream it. It won't be too intensive. Certainly worth a go, but you do need to give it 2 or 3 hours for it to properly open up, because it probably could find it quite boring up until that point. But it definitely gets quite fun. It's a gameplay from me.
Yeah.
It looks like, I don't know if you've played Salt and Sanctuary, but it looks like Salt and Sanctuary art style to me.
I know I heard about that today, actually.
So Salt and Sacrifice is the new one. The Salt and Sanctuary's been out for a few years. It's like the arm is like, if you do that motion, it's not that. It's when we're at school and we'd do like you put a pin in a joint and make the joint move like that with a pin.
Yeah.
It looks like that art style. So everything's on a pin, which is good. I like that art style. So
wasn't that how they actually done the animations for the Rayman Legends game? So I remember a dev diary showing like the engine, and it is literally the different body parts, obviously because it's like 2D sprites sort of thing, and they're literally like pinned together in like a bone structure. That's cool. And that's how it's all animated.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's what it reminds me of. And then I'm definitely going to give it a download because I wasn't sure about it beyond its art style really, but you've explained a good amount to me. So thank you.
It does. It's got that nice satisfaction. If you get a crit, you get a nice big yellow letter, like capitalized letters saying crit
7.
Like the endorphins you get from doing that. But it's very good. I'm highly enjoying it at the minute. Because I'm trying to do that a bit more anyway. Like after the Starfield stuff, I honestly couldn't give a fuck about that anyway. But I'm trying to just see what actually is on Game Pass, because I'm always like, what's the latest and greatest, rather than, there must be some quite cool stuff. So I tried playing a bit of Grounded recently. Not really my bag, but it's cool. State of Decay 2. So I figured, there's so many extra games I don't actually touch on there. So I'm trying to go through and play stuff I probably wouldn't normally. But yeah, wicked.
I heard somebody call 2022 the year of the backlog now because of the delays, which is obviously massively overly exaggerated. But also, it's not a bad thing if there is. You know, if you know, there's still games out. You've got, I forgot what it's freaking called now, the Alien like type inspired game coming to Game Pass on day one.
Scorn.
Scorn, yeah. So you've got Scorn, which I know it's not a first party title, but it's something to look forward to. And then you've got God of War Ragnarok on PlayStation side. You know, Nintendo have got stuff coming out over the next couple of months. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and Splatoon 2. You know, there aren't massive titles coming out for all sides. It's just because it's a delay, but whatever. Like you say, sounds so underprivileged or whatever, don't we? Going, oh no,
it's weird, isn't it?
Play Flynn.
Just play Flynn. Play more indie games. Simple. So I mean, on Grapple Dog is wicked. If no one's played that, fucking quality. So off the top of my head, on Game Pass, Flynn, 4 mentions now. Emily, are you happy? Stardew Valley. You could get over 300 hours in that, easy peasy. It's my favourite ever game, Stardew Valley. It's just so many wicked indies. Play more indie games. Stop whinging about AAAs from big country studios. Game in 60 seconds. Answers. JP, I feel like yours is something like Rogue Legacy or something like that. But I don't know. Shaun, any idea?
What was the clue again?
Oh no, I'm not giving it because if you get it now, that's
it was
cheating.
like 3 words, wasn't it?
It was stay on target. Oh fuck.
Oh, no clue.
No.
Don't hurt me, please. It's missed.
Oh, fucking hell, lines. So easy. Very good.
Hell.
I thought you'd got it when you were straight away. Like, I think I've got this. I was like, shit. So, got it.
Great.
Well.
So, because you said like stay on target, I was going down the Star Wars thing, like stay on target, stay on target. But very good. Did I go second? I think I did, didn't I? Whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
So mine was this dance is a bit mucky.
Is it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is on Game Pass. Is it Grim Fandango?
It's Grim Fandango.
Oh, very nice.
Got it in one.
Yes.
Shaun, you talking about sickness tablets, and they're great.
So
I'm not even going to bother try guessing.
No, there's no point. There is no point. So it's, I swear by this company's seasickness tablets when I go on holiday, they're the best. And that is Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings. Because seasickness tablets are crusaders. And they're the best. So they're kings.
God.
Crusader Kings.
Boo. Oh dear.
It's not worse than Arkham Knight. So that makes sense. Arkham Knight. No. When's Harry coming back?
Oh. It'll be in the chat talking about Arkham Knight.
And how bad it was. Well, I guess we'll leave it there then. Look at that. Under an hour. Easy peasy.
Fucking hell.
8 minutes
What
of that
is
is
the
me
world
going,
coming
to?
So,
And I'm not going to spend ages talking about shit at the end of this now, Shaun. Just going to wrap it up.
Am I just going straight to the outro?
I was going to say thank you, JP, for coming again.
It's all right.
Much
Thank you for having
appreciated,
me.
mate. I'm sure you'll be on again soon.
Probably.
Hopefully, maybe I'll get it with it.
The symbol that Duncan's apparently fed up with seeing now from the weekend.
Oh, fuck off, everyone. Does anyone watch Eurovision?
I was at work until 11 o'clock and my phone would not stop fucking vibrating from that chat going on.
Sorry, but me, Dave and Emily were going mental on it. I love Eurovision, right? Absolutely love it. I thought this one was brilliant. But the amount of people that just deal with this fucking bullshit with a heart, just fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, give over.
Isn't that actually the Eurovision logo now is the heart for the O?
It's Flynn. That's mint.
Well, that makes sense. It's because people like Harry Kane does it. Cunty Harry Kane from Cunty Tottenham Hotspur does it. I think that's why I don't like it. And then you see knobheads just pick it up. Oh, it's all right, guys. Get fucked. Shall we sign up your ass?
You want to take that extended warranty on your laptop? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck off. Shaun, do you want to do the outro, mate?
Yeah.
Quick four, don't get set off.
Thanks for watching the Games Watch podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast and if you can understand a single word I'm saying right now, then be sure to follow us on Twitter, which is @GamersWatchCrew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/GamersWatch. Give this episode a little like, leave a little comment. Hit the notification bell to be reminded when we're about to premiere, which I'm not going to say the times again. Just go back to the start if you want the times.
Go back to the start. There we go. Outro housekeeping day. Oh, no, wait. Wait. Oh, fuck. Where's it gone?
And from me, keep on watching.
Oh, keep on gaming. Sorry, I was just blown away.
Oh, my back just clipped.
Oh.
You know what that is? Not old age, it's karma.
Oh, it's arthritis, probably.
It really reminded me of something. That echoey one really reminds me of something, and I can't work it out.
The only one that I know.
I don't know, do you?
The only one I know what it's going to sound like is Helium Chipmunk, which is just going to be Chipmunk.
But you sound like GLaDOS. So you sing it. Sing the Cake is Lie.
This was
the last one I done.
Yeah. This is a triumph.
This was a triumph.
See?
I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. It's always this. Because we can. For the good of all of us.
Except the ones who are dead.
Because there's no use. Yeah. Wicked. Cheers then. All the best.
Bye.